Toby's perfect Christmas. Toby the tram engine was very excited. He had a new coat of paint and a brand new bell which shone in the sun like gold. He enjoyed going up to Mrs. Kindly's house at Christmas time. "Hello, Mrs. Kindly." "Hello, Toby," she called. "I'm sorry, but I won't be able to stay for Christmas," she said. "My niece is having an anniversary party and I'm to attend as her special guest." "I'm sorry, Toby," Miss Kindly apologized. "I know the festivities are that I am to attend the Sodor Christmas party at Knapford Station, but my aunt is having a special party." "So am I," said Toby, and he puffed sadly away. "Today is the day! Today is the day!" boomed the Fat Controller. "Why are you so excited?" said Siloam. "My latest engine has arrived." "You must stop buying new engines," said Siloam Hat. "It's causing a travesty to the others." But Topham saw otherwise. "The more new engines I bring, the less of the workload it is for my regular engines." "They don't seem to see it that way," said Siloam sneakily. Percy found Toby at Brendam. "Hello, Toby. Christmas is soon on its way, and Miss Kindly won't be here to stay," finished Toby. "Well, never mind," peeped Percy. "We've got plenty of deliveries to make. I'm taking extra mail trucks. Hopefully this new engine will be really useful," puffed Percy. Toby wasn't paying any attention, nor was he listening to Percy. Toby and Henrietta were making their nice little stroll along Thomas's branch line past Mrs. Kindly's house. Toby could see Mrs. Kindly packing fast. She seemed very busy. Toby did not want to disturb her, so he didn't even ring his bell, and he carried on. He even puffed faster. Toby made his way to Knapford Station, where Thomas was waiting with the Fat Controller. "Thomas, I want you to go to Miss Kindly's house and take her to the airport to catch her flight. She mustn't be late to Yorkshire." "Of course," said Thomas. "I'm done with all my jobs," said Toby. "May I do it?" "I've already assigned the job to Thomas." Toby puffed away, but Thomas was surprised, and he went to Mrs. Kindly's house. Thomas was unsure as to why Toby rushed off so fast, but then he heard Toby whistling behind him. "Thomas, wait! Wait! I'll take Mrs. Kindly to the airport for you." Thomas was confused, so he puffed even faster. "If those jokers want a race," called Thomas's driver, "they can have one." And he opened Thomas's regulator and puffed him even faster. Thomas was puffing steadily along with flying wheels to the airport. At last, they arrived. Mrs. Kindly got out. She said goodbye to Thomas, his coaches, and his crew, and she boarded the plane. Finally, Toby puffed in as another airport came into land. "Thank goodness I've caught up with you," said Toby. "You were going too fast, Thomas. My crew thought yours wanted a race," said Thomas. "I would have stopped if I'd known." "She's flying turbo loft," said Toby. "How splendid." "I wish I could have said goodbye to Mrs. Kindly," he pouted, and he went back to work. Thomas was puzzled. All the engines were at Brendam docks to await the brand new engine. Gordon and Henry were most excited. "Here he is," called Stephen. Cranky lowered him down gently. The new engine smiled. "Here is Gator," said the Fat Controller. "He is from Argentina. He will be here to lighten the workload for the rest of you." Cranky touched down gently. Hello, I'm Gator. Nice to meet all of you. Welcome, said James. The engines were very impressed. He can pull the express, said Gordon. He's a very long engine. He can take my mail, wheezed Percy. Toby arrived. Hello, I'm Gator. You must be Toby. I hear you're the oldest steam tram on Sodor. Toby was not impressed. Hello, he said. Thomas, Harvey, and Gator were putting new fencing pieces and a new roof on Mrs. Kindly's house when Toby sauntered in. He was puffing very fast. Harvey was lowering the new roof onto Mrs. Kindly's house. Gator could see that Toby was coming in very fast. He knew if Toby didn't stop in time, there would be a big crash. So he whistled loudly. "Look out, Toby! Look out, Toby!" he called again. Toby's driver closed the regulator and applied his brakes very quickly, so much so that Toby came to a full stop. "Thank you," said Toby. He was very grateful, but was still upset that Mrs. Kindly wasn't even there. Later on that night, Toby returned to the sheds. There were lots of engines waiting for him, including Gator. "I know you're upset, Toby," said Percy. "But just because Mrs. Kindly is in here doesn't mean you can't have fun." "Exactly," puffed Thomas. "Your friends are still here. Percy and I are still here. We can make this the most special Christmas ever." "I'm sorry, Gator," said Toby. "It was very rude of me not to give you a firm welcome like the others did. I'd like to get to know you if that would be nice." "I wouldn't mind it," said Gator. "And even still," said Molly, "Christmas can still be fun wherever you are and whoever is there," she whistled. Toby knew his friends were right. Then the Fat Controller arrived. "I'm sorry, and I know you are all enjoying Gator's company, but I've decided to restation him at the Homestead Hollow branch line, where he will forever work on Sodor." The engines were sorry to see Gator go. "I'm sorry, Gator," said Toby. "I was really starting to enjoy your company." Gator puffed sadly away. He was enjoying his new friends, but knew he would make others. The next morning, the Fat Controller arrived, and out stepped Mrs. Kindly. The Fat Controller smiled and grinned. Toby chimed his bell very loudly. He was very pleased. "Welcome back, Mrs. Kindly. I had a great time at Yorkshire," said Mrs. Kindly, "but I knew you'd be sad, and I didn't get to tell you goodbye. So I've decided to tell you hello and welcome back. Thomas told me yesterday that you were very upset that Miss Kindly couldn't spend Christmas with us, so I got her back just in time and picked her up when her flight came in this morning." Toby was very excited. He rang his bell even louder than he had ever rang it before. The other engines watched as Toby rang and rang all day. Toby and Henrietta worked swiftly the next morning. Henrietta had never seen Toby so excited. She was very pleased with Toby's new positive attitude. Toby watched as Thomas and the other engines worked on Mrs. Kindly's house. "So that's why she left," said Toby happily. Toby met up with Gator at Knapford Station, and he told Gator the news. "Mrs. Kindly is back," said Gator to Toby. "I know," said Toby. "I want money too." "You see," said Gator, "all's well that ends well, eh?" Toby agreed. And whenever Toby and Gator see each other, Gator always whistles poop poop to Toby, and Toby never forgets to chime his bell ring 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 in return.